STS here again. Hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe button, get it out there. And yeah, we're back with Lady Crown, and we don't stay down, we stay up, and we don't chat pop. But it's not real talk. It's another midweek catch up. Let's tap into this one right here. And I got a lot of energy right now. Real life shit be. You get me? Trust me, no, fam. It's about showing every single face, because a lot of people don't do that. But you see me, I meet people where they're at. The ones that I connect with on a level, I show them every single face. The ones that I don't. I just show my usual light self, baby. Cool, calm, and collected. But like I like to say, the shadow's always there. Real life.
Wow. Greetings. Greetings to you. Each and every one of you. I don't know whether you'll be able to pick it up, but in the background, but it's very...
Yeah, it's windy out here, man.
It's a bit autumnal, as they like to say. It's a little bit autumnal up here, wind blowing, and...
yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking very eloquently.
Wait, sometimes one can actually sort of like articulate oneself.
Articulate,
sort of like,
you know what I mean?
Queen's English,
You
know. So very blessed to read, but at the same time we are housed in our little summer house with shelter, so we're able to sort of like weather the storm, so to speak. If you know what I mean. Anyway, top with that foolishness there.
That's why William Shakespeare said the world is a stage, and it don't even matter about your age, because age is an illusion. But what doesn't create the confusion is your state of consciousness. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, we always have humour. That's what's beautiful about life.
Absolutely.
But when you really turn real, trust me, it's not about what you're saying, baby. It's all about your action, real life. Yeah. What you're saying is only 5%. What about the other 95%? Always ask that question, baby. Some internal.
Yes.
Now let's get back to the external round.
Let's get there.
Because
that's where most of us function.
You know what I mean? Let's get back to
where we're at.
Let's get back to
external round. We've got to deal with the reality as we see it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So greetings to you all.
Blessings to you.
Every one of you, near and far. And I trust that this wonderful Wednesday finds you all in excellent health. Wealth, abundance, prosperity, love, joy, happiness. You understand me? Everything that you wish for in life. I hope that you all have it in abundance, because the more we have is the more we can do what? Share,
care.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah. So what are you saying, STS?
Yo, it's beautiful, I feel, oh my God, the energy that I've got, This is why I'm tapping in a bit. You know what I mean? More into my shadow, because real life, when I get more energy, I express myself more. You know what I mean? The more energy you got, the more you can do. You know what I mean? Not just for you, but others as well, baby. And I've been getting a lot of downloads from the universe, been meditating a bit more, and trust me, the energy that, trust me, it's hard to describe in words, and what I've really learned through my journey, especially awakening to this entity that I've got now, which is STS, Saving a Savior, real life, is that we're all living in our own reality zones. And trust me, your thought patterns create your reality, nobody else's, man. And when you start becoming a leader within your life, everything changes, you know what I mean? You're no longer following others, you're following yourself first and foremost. But obviously you can still get influenced by others as well. Hopefully for you it's in a positive way, because that's what we're dealing with, you know what I mean? All the people that me and Lady Crown are tapped into have helped us on our journey.
No, absolutely.
And we've been on this journey for a while now. We was discussing it earlier that, trust me, it's crunch time now, and a lot of people are realising, it's really hitting home, because like I like to say, a lot of people don't really feel it until they feel it. And that's real life. Fortunately. Trust me, because when I went through my hardships of life, I had to deal with it. Real life, 5 months. Trust me, dealing with my shadow, dealing with trauma, physical trauma, mental trauma, and I had to deal with it. And when this is why I'm really big on the internal for others, not just me, I'm already internal. It's because I know that's where their true power lies. Because just like Robert Kiyosaki said, Rich Dad Poor Dad, he said, listen, everything's between those 2 ears. Trust me, it's all about manifesting within first and outside second. You know what I mean? So everyone's in their own reality zone. That's why I respect everybody and meet people where they're at and keep it moving, keep on my journey, because I know that now my brother gets it out there. God is using me as a vessel to give you a message, and we're just instruments of the universe.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But yeah, big ups to all of you, you know. Trust me, you're divine souls, divine spirits, divine beings. Just realize how powerful you are. Keep on tapping in, keep on living your best life, and having passion for life, you know what I mean? And showing gratitude for your life. You've got so many blessings out there. Keep on counting them, baby. It's infinite. It's all around you.
All around you, bro and sis.
Stay bliss. And trust me, you got to tap into this, and it's consciousness 24/7. I really deal with this. And when I got the 11:11, it really raised my soul.
Man, I went to heaven.
Trust me, and the crown, just like Lady Crown, I went straight to my crown chakra. Just me.
That's where heaven is.
And that's where heaven is.
Trust me,
it's real life.
Like, up in the clouds.
It's real life. Like,
yo, mate.
You see the Matrix, yeah?
Yeah.
The Matrix has gave so many people the illusions around them, so they forget about themselves. And this is why I say, trust me, everybody's in their own reality zone, real life. Trust me. Trust me, when you really tap in, you'll realize what I'm really talking about. Some things don't even need to be explained. It's subconscious, bro. And sis.
Yeah,
Oh, it's windy out here.
It's ever so windy.
You gotta get in uncomfortable environments as well in order.
Just get yourself
in that cold shower and just deal with it. And you know the benefits that I get after it, because I literally open up my lymphatic system. And I'm telling you, I'm no longer a victim. No, I'm driving for success. You know what? I became obsessed. I'm no longer stressed. I'm stressless. Yeah. Trust me, this is how we tap into the shadow for it to work for us.
Trust me, you know the like we're going into the autumnal days and you know it's getting colder. Fam, you know when you get to that cold shower, believe you me, I go hot for like 20 seconds, spin round and then I go cold and trust me, woo, baby. But it's lovely, absolutely lovely. I recommend it to everybody. Yeah. Before I forget. Big shout out to all my peeps them that jammed around at the yard on Monday. Yeah, you know it was really nice. You know what I'm saying? Because I know some men had done nothing too tough. You know what I'm saying? But they still came round, and you know we beautiful cake, 2 cakes. My sister baked one. Big shout out to my sister Merlin, absolutely gorgeous. And then I had a cake made by
Sister Debbie.
Yeah, beautiful. It was maybe spelt flour. Because we want to try using those natural grains and still have something that you can enjoy, but you don't, you know, not buying up your belly quite full out. You get what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, yo, Debbie, that cake was absolutely amazing. Me, I take time with it. So anybody that come, yo, me not give them none.
Some more later.
That's mine savings and mum. Do you know what I mean? We'll be having that with a cuppa before we go to his bed. It was absolutely beautiful, honestly. So, you know. I can say to anybody out there, you know, wants cakes making, trust me, Debbie's the woman to do it. She is a perfectionist, an absolute perfectionist. She's a craftswoman in her work. What she does is absolute, and it's made with love. So you're eating the love, not just. You get what I'm saying?
Energy.
Yeah. Trust me, lovely soul. And she's the lady that does the shea butter. Lotions for psoriasis and dry skin as well.
Yeah, beautiful.
Trust me, if you guys want, you know what I mean, somebody can make you a wholesome, good ass cake that you can enjoy and it not, you know, not detrimental to your system, she's the lady to check. Just let us know. Shout us out on Telegram. We can pass on your details to her, and she can, you know what I mean, give you something that you can actually enjoy that actually is good for the body.
It simulates,
Yeah, exactly. Beautiful, really, really lovely cake. So so thank you to every one of you. All my family them that come round and you know heal me up and big me up and all of my friend them too come round and you know shout me out on the evening. It was lovely, really nice. So yeah, so we gone past that big 60 and 3 days. Oh, what is it? 2nd of November or the 3rd? I
think it's the 3rd. Yeah, it's the 3rd.
There you go. But yeah, like I said. Well, like we keep saying, age is just a number, you know what I mean? So I don't watch nothing, just all me look and all me feel, that's what me take into consideration. I'm not, you know, the number on that page, that doesn't mean a thing. I know people way younger than me, yo, them have all kind of problem and this, that and Tara. A friend of mine came round, Savings Godmother, yesterday after she finished work and we were there chatting and all the rest of it. Yeah, like, well, shoulder operation. She had thought, well, she have knee grip and she have arthritis. And I remember the last time she came around, I was saying to her, you know what, the meat where you eat, why, you know what I'm saying, it don't assimilate, you know what I mean, the body can't work with it, you know what I mean, if anything, it just stays in the system and causes problem. Oh, I can't stop eating the meat, she said. I said, well, why? Because I feel left with it, because I left that a long time ago, I could never go back there. And, you know, when she sat there yesterday, and she and I looked at me. I'm thinking, backside, me still have for me curvatures them, you know. Me coming at the waist and out at the hip. Me not turning a block. Me not look like door. Then panel door just come straight down.
Panel door there,
you know what I'm saying? Me have me Coca-Cola back and shape it, man. I have a little pudge in my tummy. But me still have my woman shape. Me not black, you know. And that's the curved off, and that's all I saw. She said, you know what, man, I'm gonna have to come down and talk to you about the herbs and the thing and the this, you know. I said, listen, it's not just the herbs, it's a holistic approach, darling.
It's a lifestyle.
You want the panacea, you want the little tablet for take and you wake up the next day and everything wonderful. Your hair long, your nail long. You look like what's your name? That rabbit movie where my lady did have the shape on the movie there. I can't remember what rabbit something. What was it called? I can see the man's face now. He passed on now. Some of you guys out there might be catching on to what I'm saying. But that takes work, that takes effort, that takes you watching what you put in your body. And at this stage of life, everything starts to slow down naturally. But guess what? You can boost all of them things up, you know, your metabolism can be boosted up. You got what I'm saying? Because it's about what you do and how you do it. But if you do nothing, to sit there and accept, you know, radiation and operation and tablets, because she has to take tablets for the pain. She had the knees stiff in the morning, she can't put her foot down. She's only 6 months older than me. I'm like, you know what, babes, I wouldn't swap my place for yours, no way, no how, because if I didn't make the changes that I made in my life, maybe I look like that too.
You know, it's, what do you call it? Shout out to my godmother out there. I think it all comes down to your action, you know. For every action, there's a reaction, within and without. So it all comes down to how you're treating yourself, how you're treating your body. It's all about self-care. When you really tap into the awareness and knowledge of yourself, it's about self-care, self-love, self-awareness, realizing that you're creating your reality. If you're looking bad right now, that's your fault. It's simple as that. You just gotta get real. Laws of attraction. When I tapped into the laws of attraction, I took responsibility for my whole life and started changing my personality that creates my personal reality, and also changing so many things about me that's allowed me to be the man that I am today. And it's one of love, baby. Oh yeah. You know what I mean? When you tap into the love frequency, guess what can occur? You can heal your traumas, you can heal your body, you can heal your mind, body and soul, baby. When you're dealing with fear, you want to run. You want to dip off.
And that's what you're bombarded with, you know what I mean? On a daily.
Why do you think they spend billions on illusions? Why? Because they want to create a confusion for y'all, and it's real life.
Yeah. True. That's their main goal. Always has been to keep you in that state of perpetual fear. And when you're in that state of perpetual fear, you acquiesce. You'll go along to get along. You do anything because you're literally living your life through that fear. And that's why you have to put it down. You have to divest yourself of all of that. And you got to switch off MSM, mainstream media.
Switch on your mind, fam.
And deal with the real world. You know what I'm saying? You got a choice. Blue pill, red pill.
Just me, fam.
You know? And that's what you need to be doing right here, right now. Because the things that are happening, they're happening the way that they're happening on the planet. Because yes, the global system is going to collapse. It has to. Because you've got central banks that have come along with the fiat currency instead of using the money that was here. Or should I say the resources that were here. The gold and the silver, all of the natural elements. You know, we were bartering back in the days. People didn't use money, but that's how they've been able to capture the world, capture the soul and the hearts of men and women with the fiat currency. When you look at what's happened, you know, you got the likes of Rupert Murdoch, multi-billionaire, you know, meeting with prime ministers. What do you think they're talking about? Oh, what was your day like today? Oh, I didn't do much. Oh, I had a game of golf. No, watch out now. This is what we want the economy to be doing. This is where we need to make investments in this sector. They literally run your so-called government. Because we haven't had one since 1972, the de facto government. That's when the United Kingdom became the United Kingdom, not England anymore. Even though you'll hear them say NHS England and all those sort of stuff, but the country itself is not called England. you know what I'm saying? So you've got multi-billionaires using fiat currency, not gold and silver, to take control of the hearts and the minds of men and women who you think you elect to run your country, but you don't elect anybody. They give you a 2-3 man and say, yo, choose one. That's like going into a shop and there's 3 different colours of the shoe that you like. You go, which one do I want? You're choosing from what you've been given. You can't say, well, actually, I'm going to make one of my own and make my own colour. No, because these are the colours that you have to choose. So you're Labour, you're Conservative, you're Liberal Dems, you're Green Party, whatever they want to call themselves, they are. Whoever comes in, because I mean, obviously they're going to go for a general election probably next year. But what we've had now is 2 prime ministers that nobody in the public arena went into a ballot box and put their names. So the party put Liz Truss there. The party put Rishi Sunak there. And you just got to look at Rishi Sunak. He's a multi-millionaire. He's an oligarch. Do you know what I'm saying? He cannot, and I repeat, he's the one that's coming in and telling people, say, yo, we don't have to tie no belt a little tighter, you know, because we're all in this together. No, we're not. His wife's a millionaire, his father-in-law is a billionaire. They do not care about the average working man and woman out there. And those are the ones that are going through real struggles at the minute. And when you know it's all done by design, because it is, because if you can print off trillions and trillions of pounds and dollars to fight some cold, then guess what you can do? Print off the same trillions and get to the people then, if I saw.
Support the people in need.
Exactly. But they don't. If anything, they put their charity shows out there and tell you who's already struggling to donate £5 or £10 to Red Nose Day or to the cancer research, whatever it is they're doing. They actually will put their hands in your pockets and take, because we're kind and loving and caring men and women, and if there's a need that we can fulfill, even though we might say, well, you know what, I'm going to break this in half and you take that and I take that, that's what we'll do, because we share what we have. But you can't do that with these demonic forces. They're Satanists, they're psychopaths, and they're running the government. That's exactly.
You know when you see those adverts, and
oh my God,
it disturbs me, because I'm like, these are the same people that have got the resources to change the world in one day,
overnight.
But they want to tell you to give them money. Yeah. It just shows you the illusions, man. You know
totally. What I mean? They flipped it.
Flipped everything, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? This is why I say life's all about perception, because how someone perceives you, their thing, you know, their reality, fam.
Yeah.
Trust me. This is why I freed a lot of my I freed all of my mind, because from thinking about what others care about me, I'm thinking, I'm like, wait a sec, care about yourself.
Yeah.
What do you think about yourself?
Yeah.
And if it's one of elevation, then you're good to go.
Absolutely.
Simple as that.
Absolutely.
Bro. And sis.
Yeah. It's never been more important for us to come together as a collective and in communities, because if we don't come together and support one another, then trust me, if you really think that this so-called government, whichever one it is, whether it's Keir Starmer that comes in, they are not going to do anything for the average man and woman out there. If anything, they're going to make your life increasingly more difficult. So you accept the central bank digital currency because you've got no choice. I mean, there's 50% of UK banks, 50% of the high street banks have been closed. Who's that going to most affect? The elderly, because what do they do when they get their little pension? They go to the bank and they do their transaction. They actually go to a physical place. Where do you see elderly people sat there with mobile apps on their phones and paying in checks? They don't do those things. They don't have no idea. So it's as if they're totally ignoring the fact that the large amount of population is the elderly. And those are the ones that we should be catering and caring for. Oh no, they live in these little rural places. We're going to shut down the banks. How can you transact if you can't access the bank? Do they care? No. They don't. They don't give a flying fart. And at the same time, British taxpayers are paying let me take that back, because it's not 7,000, it's £7 million a day to house migrants that have come into this country. 7 million a day. So they'll put them up in these hotels or these manors or whatever. They're watered, they're fed, they're warm, they're comfortable. They're not refugees, they're migrants, which means they've just come here, and the majority of them are young men and elderly who contributed to this country. Their forefathers have fought in the World War One, World War Two. Recent wars can't keep themselves warm. There's something drastically wrong with that situation. There really is. Why would you do that? Why would you allow your borders to be open for people just to come across, and then when they arrive here, you give them everything that they need, and the people that are here and have been here for generations are struggling, and you're telling them to go to one of those little warm hubs that you're going to be funding. So they'll leave the house and go and sit someplace, keep warm, and then go back into the cold house. 35,000 elderly died from cold.
Is it?
Last year.
Wow.
35,000 were in their homes and they perished through cold. How many do you think could have perished this year? And last year we didn't have these hikes in fuel prices.
Yeah.
We've got these oil companies telling you how much profit they made. It's really like taking the salt and rubbing it into the wounds of men and women, because you're showing people how much profit you made, and at the same time you're hiking up the price and telling them they've got to pay more. If they're looking for revolution, if they're looking for civil unrest, it's going to happen, because people will only take so much. Once your back up is against the wall, there's nowhere else for you to go apart from to come out fighting, you know. And it shouldn't have to be like that, but the way that they're orchestrating it, that's exactly what's going to happen, because when things pop, when things burst, it will be absolute zombie apocalypse out there. And I just have to acknowledge the fact that this is done by design. There's no way they would allow it to happen if it wasn't being orchestrated to happen the way that it is.
You know, I just want to say this, yeah, it's on my headset right now. We all need to deal with our shadows, because at the end of the day, that's what's causing a lot of uproar. And you know, when you talk about civil unrest and things like that, a lot of people aren't dealt with the shadows. They're already having unrest right now in their normal life, without even the government doing this and that, because it all comes from self anyway. Like, we need to deal with our shadows. We need to deal with ourselves. We need to tap into self-care, self-love, self-awareness, like I mentioned before. Until we do that, we're always going to have unrest. Never mind civil unrest. Unrest with ourselves.
Yeah.
It all comes from self. This is why, you know, millions of people can do a global meditation and change the whole energy on the planet. Why is that? Because you've got extreme power.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't devour within that power. You know what I mean? They stay sour.
They don't know.
And Lady Karen, we stay sweet. This is why our minds are elite. Trust me. And we ain't here just to preach.
A rhyme today.
Trust me, we live this.
Yeah, you better.
You know what I mean? We live this. This is why I'm saying, this is why I'm talking about the shadows, because a lot of people, they're in relationships right now that aren't serving them. Why is that? The shadows. Because, like I like to say, the shadow's always there even when you're trying to act. And a lot of them, they're just actors. I say it all the time, it's real life shit, they're just actors. And trust me, when I tapped into my shadow, I thought, Lord me God, you scared the living shit out of me, baby. Trust me, because he showed me everything that I wasn't facing. And a lot of people, they ain't facing their shadow. They're distracting themselves away from what's really going on within their mind, body and soul. And until we deal with that, we're always going to have unrest. So it's all about dealing with self first and foremost. Then things will change on the planet. I'll leave it on that.
Yeah, well, that's very true.
It's real life.
You know, your reality is what you create.
What you make it.
And if somebody else creates and makes your reality for you, then everything that I'm just talking about, you see, all the things that I do talk about, and that I do bring to the forefront, and maybe make people aware of that because they're not aware of. These don't impact on my life. They never have done. If we go way back to when people were hiding in their homes, I was out and about doing what I do. Absolutely. None of it impacts on my life. But guess what? There are people out there that I know it has impacted on, and it will impact on, but I can't take any responsibility. I have no control over that, because at the end of the day, I do what I do. And I've been doing this for many years, and you know, I've been looked on as, you know, oh, she's a bit wacky. What's she talking about? Oh, that. And the things that the things that I spoke about years and years and years ago have come to fruition. They're here now, and I'm hearing it. Oh, I remember when you said so and so, you know. And I remember I said, okay, what did you do? because it's like, oh, it was so out there. It was like, well, nah, surely that won't happen. But after what they experienced back in 2020, they must realise that yes, it can. Your whole world can change like that. Literally, a blink of an eye. You can, and literally, that's exactly what we're talking about coming down the pipe. Everything as you know it today will change. But it, like STS says, we come together as a collective, and we meditate. And on a global scale, we can change it overnight. But guess what we do? We start at a local level, because we know that this global, we can be connected globally, because we're all interconnected.
Yeah.
100 monkey syndrome, we're all interconnected.
So people are observing you all the time.
Exactly.
Trust me.
But what we do it at a local level. You see what I'm saying? Because you have to start small, and then it proliferates out. The information that we're sharing, that I've been sharing for years, sometimes I used to talk to myself, or some of the meetings that I used to go to, I'd meet upon people that were sort of like on that journey, and it was great to have that conversation, because ordinarily I wouldn't. It would be like, oh, did you see so and so on TV last night? I'm like, no, because I don't watch it. I don't know. Or now I'll say, oh, have you watched have you tuned into one of Cliff High's report? Ooh, we'll see. Do you know what I'm saying? So we were at total odds. But that was fine, because I was on my journey. I'm still on that journey, but every day is a blessing. Every single day is a blessing. Not me too, I give thanks.
Gratitude, yeah.
Give thanks to the Creator. You know what I mean? So for bringing me back here
for
another day, for seeding me here in this day and time for this purpose, for giving me the purpose that I've been serving out for the longest time, to try and wake those up that were asleep. And even those that are still asleep, I'm still saying, something. Because now they're bawling. Lord, me God, me know me I got to pay this. Lord, me God, me know me I got to pay that. I said, you see, now you're bawling. You didn't have to be doing that if you were at a prepared mind. And unfortunately, a lot of these people, the elders, who's got children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren, who still aren't in a situation to help them, because they're caught up in the mire as well. You know what I'm saying? Because the things that I've done is not just to protect myself and STS, but my mum.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because trust me, if in and they bought me, don't know what would have happened. Because everybody was still on that, the matrix side, the proper in there. And I was out of there for a long time. And because of that, things in her life have changed and are different. More empowered, more able to speak about the things that she knows to be true and right, rather than the program.
Why is that? Because of the energy around her. So she's picking up on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
My grandma's very in touch with energy. She really goes with her feeling.
Yeah.
And if she feels you, she's gonna assimilate with your energy. Trust me. She's a wise lady.
Very wise.
She's been here for a long time.
Yeah.
So she can read in between the lines.
Yeah,
Shout out
absolutely.
to my grandma right there.
Yeah, but the things that she's now seeing for herself and really starting to overstand and understand, especially when it came to the banks, now saying to, look, Mum, you work too hard for you too little children.
I said, take me up.
Got a cash point. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because
Just
literally them things that, because it's like the penny dropped. It's like sometimes those nearest to you are the last ones to come, and when they do come, why too late? Because it be like, oh, you know what, I did that 1,000-2,000, we can't get it done.
And check the flip though, the furthest away seem like they come quick.
That's what happens.
Because they're on the same vibration.
You pick up those people that are vibrating at where you are. You know what I'm saying? In terms of who and what you are, and ready to accept all of the information that's out there and start doing the research themselves. You can't help those who don't want to do that. Really and truly, you can't. You cannot help them. But what you can do is ensure that if push comes to shove, you can say to them, you know what, take that bag of flour here, or take that bag of rice. Because that's all, or here's a portion of it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I realise that's exactly what's going to happen. And that will happen with family members. Because they're not prepared. They really are not prepared. Even though they've had information that I've been sharing on YouTube and other platforms for, YouTube is a year, and I've been speaking like this for 8-9 years. You know what I'm saying? And I would have been trying to inform them of what was happening, what was coming. Right now there's a real tight squeeze and liquidity crisis in all of the markets, especially the precious metals. The big money man, them and women out there are buying the silver and the gold. They're spending millions at a time, and it's physical, not ETFs, not paper gold. Because most people, oh yeah, I've got gold. No, if it's a piece of paper, they haven't got any. Do you know what I'm saying? There are some other platforms out there where you can get the gold that they store in the brinks, and you get your card, so you can, when you do go shopping, I think Glint Pay is one of them. The other one's Gold Money, that you can sign up to, and it literally is, when you spend on that card, you're spending gold. You're not spending a fiat currency. You have to exchange something real for something that's real. You can't give fake money and receive a phone, a car, a house, whatever, because it's not, you know what I mean? The two don't match, it's unequal. Yeah? Fiat currency and gold are unequal. Gold is a tier 1 asset. It wasn't before, but they've now moved it to a tier 1 asset because they have to acknowledge the fact that you have to peg your currency, whether it's crypto or fiat currency, you have to peg it with gold in order for it to have a value, in order for you to exchange it. So I should be able to take what you could before, take your dollar into a bank and they would give you the equivalent in gold because it was pegged to gold. But the minute they took it off in 1970, that was it. That was the end of the system. But look, it's taken 50 years for that to come to an end, and it has come to an end. But it's going to be a terrible, terrible, terrible crash. It will be. I've likened it to, turbulence and the plane flinging you all over the place and plummeting and all, to the body feeling that sinking stomach, feeling in their stomach. That's how it's going to be. And yeah, it is all done by design. Otherwise, we wouldn't be experiencing what we're experiencing now. They're showing you that the lunatics are running the asylum, and they'll say what they want to say, do what they want to do, and what you're going to do about it. What you do is watch what they're doing and prepare, because you can't stop it, but you can prepare. You get what I'm saying? You could be sat there with your life jacket on, or whatever it is, or in a state of meditation, a meditative state, so you're not actually feeling what everybody else is feeling, because it's not part of your reality. You separated yourself from it, and those are the things that we have to do.
Harnessing energy.
Yeah. In order to survive what's coming, and I mean survive and thrive, not just, we've got through it, but we've got no food, got no water, got nowhere to live. That's not what you want. You want to be able to thrive, and that's what it is. I told you before, it's a massive wealth transfer that's taking place right in front of your very eyes, and if you're not on board, then what I'm going to say, how many people can hold in the rubber dinghy before it go down? Like I said, good luck. If you're not on board now, good luck. And if you watch those channels and those people that I've told you about, they are screaming it from the rooftops. It's not like we're not being alerted to what's happening, Trust me, every single day they're out there letting you know. Jim Rickards, do you know what I'm saying? Peter Schiff, Robert Kiyosaki, and I could go on and on. Lynette Zhang, they are screaming it from the rooftops. Gregory Manarino is another one, screaming it from the rooftop to get the people ready for what's coming. If you're not tapped in, you're definitely tapped out. We're done.
So a lot of self-doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, just keep on loving yourself.
Yes.
Trust me, real life.
And each other.
And I really mean this.
Yeah.
Like, keep on loving yourself and each other as well, because it comes from within here first, then outside second. You know what I mean? And I just end on this year. Just know that you're protected and guided when you're on alignment with your assignment.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just remember how powerful you are, and just keep on connecting with your creator, connecting with your divine self.
Yes.
And me and Lady Crown, we're always here with you spiritually.
Absolutely.
And that's all we got to say for this one. STS and Lady Crown, over and out. Peace and blessings.
Peace, my people.
Peace.